Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to take a couple minutes to talk about this whole issue of the assumptions that trainers are making, okay, based again within the framework of superficial response. And again, this is one of the questions, okay, that when I talk about that these so-called or self-proclaimed experts have not are not able to coherently respond to, okay? When you get into the specifics as to, okay, how are these trainers establishing, okay, what's their criteria, okay, to establish that the perceptions of dogs, okay, are actually changing the way that they think they are in terms of a better relationship, in terms of diminishment of unwanted behavior issues. How are they establishing that by way of motivating dogs to respond in the middle of a relationship problem as dogs are doing, are responding, are doing a sit, a down, a come, a stay. Think of all the kind of typical, cookie cutter responses that are happening within the training environment. Okay, as you get your certificate, you look at, again, it's based on appearances, you look at those responses, and these trainers are just selling them as is, right? They're saying just trust what we're saying, because there's the point. Because I talk about what's the criteria, well, that's a question you should be asking, like, how are they actually establishing that? Like, well, understand that it's all based on assumptions, okay? There's no criteria, okay? In fact, the criteria I talk about that establishes that, okay, is the criteria of the two core ingredients I talk about: influence and control. Because what I talk about, when you bring a dog under intentional control through a leash, okay, then you're going to see it, okay, or you're interacting a certain way. So think of it too when I talk about, in terms of this, that's why I keep talking about the selfish child example. When is the attitude of the child revealed? Think about that as a parent. What type of interaction? What demand? Okay, parental influence. There's the ingredient. So understand it's the exact same thing in terms of dogs as social animals. Okay, so understand that I talk about, learning theory. Okay, this idea that, that training is a learning-based exercise. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm talking about, how the application of this idea is flawed. Its core tenet is flawed based on its application of what a process is. So all to say that, any self-proclaimed, because that's the other thing, understand that all these trainers out there, whether they identify as balanced or force-free, they got it all over their social media, all over their websites, all over everything, that they're, world-renowned, the best dog trainers in the world. You have all this backdrops of trophies, and yet they can't answer the questions I'm putting out. And then add to that all the inherent problems, okay? Just look at the whole problems that they won't even connect dots. They don't even want to talk about, to bring people on their podcasts, and it's all about propping each other up, okay? It's not about, so if you're an expert, you'd think that you'd actually be able to answer the questions, and, and then this whole thing about science on top of that, okay? Science confronts the actual problem. So understand the dog training world is in a terrible state. And so when I say I put out questions to these self-proclaimed experts, and then look at the fact, okay, that how is this even possible that you have people identify as, balanced and then force-free, and both these groups, trainers within both these groups, have the word experts plastered all over the place. How does that even make sense? And, when they pretend to be offering something different. So just really apply critical thinking here. So, I talk about the real issue, and you go on to my social media, do you see me saying I'm a world-renowned expert? But I'm the guy saying, well, here's what it is. So there it is. So again, I'd encourage you to really think about what's happening in the dog training world. Take a look at the information I put out. If you care about your dog, if you are wanting to connect some dots here, if you want to make a positive change for dog owners the right way, look at the information I put out. It is about caring about dogs and owners the right way. These trainers, they do not care about dogs and owners. I don't care what they say, because what they're marketing flies in the face of that, okay? It sets up these tremendous problems. So all they're doing is it's about popularity. It's about social media. It's about all the things I talk about that I'm totally against, because it's at the expense of of dogs and owners. Thanks for watching.